How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the first tutorial out of tutorials on this channel. We are going to be today looking into a teleportation effect from the recent video, Quarantined Episode 1, Teleportation, which is just some teleporting between my sister and myself. So, without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, we're here in After Effects, so we're going to go ahead to File, Import, File. Go ahead and select your footage, so I'm going to grab that. I got the clip. I also got my teleport effect and my sound effect. And I can go ahead and put these in the description for you. First link in the description will include both these assets for you. So I'm going to go ahead and drag my clip into a new composition. So there it is. Gonna go ahead and find the place where I want to start. So what I did for this is there are two separate plates. There's a foreground and there's a main action or background. And then you're going to have a clean plate. Now a clean plate is just basically the background with no action, no foreground happening. That is really extremely necessary for a teleportation effect like this. So I have two plates here. This actually got a little complicated. So she looks back right there, and then what I'm going to do actually is right here, I'm going to Shift Command D, and that's going to go ahead and split the layer where your playhead is. So there's that, and then I'm going to go ahead and in this upper clip, I'm going to find me coming in. And right where I jump, that's where I want the teleport effect to happen. So as soon as I come down, say right there, I'm going to go ahead and split that, Shift Command D. And then a clean plate looks like it's going to be at the end right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate, Command D. I'm going to right click, time, freeze frame. Now freeze framing any clip, that is going to make it your clean plate in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and rename that clean plate and drag that to the bottom. Alright, so she is the foreground. Now you're going to notice that she is reacting to nothing. So what we want to happen is her to react to me teleporting. So what we're going to do is we're going to take her and we're going to take our pen tool and click G or up here. I'm going to draw a rough mask just around her body like that. Close that off. And now you're going to notice that it's going to cut out everything. So I'm going to drag, I'm actually going to call this foreground. Oops. I'm going to call this one, which if you drag it over, is going to be me coming into frame, like that. I'm going to go ahead and call this Ryan. And drag that under. And now you're going to notice that she is on top. And if you see closely, in here there is a little bit of line from that mask. So easy way to deal with that is take the foreground, click F for the mask feather, and just drag that up a little bit. And that line is gone. So, now, next part is we are going to actually start the teleportation. So she wants to react right there. So I'm going to go ahead and drag to where I would be right. Looks like it would be, we cut it off right there. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that over. Looks like I'm falling. Now I'm going to Shift Command D. I can actually go ahead and delete this top layer. Shift Command D. And what I'm going to do is take that top layer of Ryan. I'm going to grab my pen tool G, draw just a mask, almost like an oval or a circle, just something to outline the body. It doesn't have to be perfectly around the body because what we're going to end up doing is clicking F, feathering that out. And then next thing you want to do is double click M, and that's going to bring up all your mask settings. You're going to click the stopwatch here, keyframe it, go forward about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames, and then click the keyframe button. Go back to your first one and drag that down. So what's happening here is boom, I'm appearing right there. Now, why is all that black in the background? That is because your clean plate, which we made a while ago. Now it depends on where yours is in your clip. For this one, it was in the end of the clip. I would suggest doing it at the beginning, just so you don't forget. You need to really grab that first thing and time freeze frame that, and then drag to the bottom and extend that out so it's playing through the whole composition. So if you'll notice, I'm gonna go ahead, play that back, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this first Ryan clip. So she's there. Boom. Now if you see down here, you can see that there's a little bit of blending between the masks. So I'm going to grab that last keyframe, I'm going to push it out a little bit more, and then you'll notice that that's gone. Perfect. So there is that, and that is the gist of any teleportation effect. The next part that you want to do, if you need to, is just applying other assets to it to make it look cooler. So in this case, I have this BAMF effect. I will apply the link in the description for you. This is not my own clip. I did get this from YouTube tutorial, so I will put that in the description. But you're going to go ahead and take that clip, toggle the switch to set the blending mode to multiply. I'm going to go ahead and scale it down to match my body, bring that to the front. I'm going to find where I appear, right there. Kind of match it up, try to match it up as much as you can. So it looks like right there. I'm going to turn the opacity down a little bit just because it's really dark in the center. So I'm going to put that at like 70. Bam, bam. And now if you look, there's a little bit of smoke. So that's pretty cool. So I'm actually going to turn that opacity up a little bit. And then what I like to do with this is I like to grab a tint effect. Boom. And then I like to grab Video Copilot's VC Color Vibrance plugin. It's a tongue twister. I can put that link in the description too, and that is just basically a plugin that will, it's basically a tint, but it really brings out all the colors that you'd want to bring out into the asset that you're applying it to. So I'm going to go ahead, I want to change that to red, because I think red would look really cool. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to play with these settings here, just to really find, put that back, really find the right setting that I want. So like there's that, gamma, okay, so. And you can see it's really, really red. So maybe turn that right there, give it some contrast. And maybe now we can turn the opacity down a little bit. Yeah. So I'm also going to scale it up just a tad. So he appears. And maybe what we could do is we could keyframe the opacity a little bit. So say we want to put it at, say, 85%, and then as it goes down, you don't want it to be that red because it's still fading out, so maybe push it down to like 40. So maybe put it halfway, and then it'll fade out as it goes. So bam, poof. There we go. Now I'll tell you what I did for the sound effect is I went and I searched for poof sound, and this came up. So I will go ahead and apply this. I will put this all in a pack for you in the description. I'll go ahead and apply this right here, so it's like it's. There we go. So that is the gist of it. So you can see there is some smoke, there's some teleportation. Looks pretty good. So if you want to disappear as a teleporting effect, it is the exact same process, but all you're doing is you're taking that mask that you made, and with that expansion, and you're just going to, so say if I'll pre-compose this for you, move the attributes, solo it, and I'm going to reverse it. Find that. So basically what's happening is, yeah, you're going to just reverse the masking process, so it would look like poof, and then you go, just go away. So if I solo that, it look like poof. So it's the same process, just take your mask expansion from a positive value and shrink it down to a negative value forward in time. So thank you again for checking out the channel. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helped you, and this is going to be starting to be a regular thing. So next tutorial will be on super speed. We're going to look at Quarantined episode 2. If you have any questions or suggestions for future tutorials, hessfx2020@gmail.com is the link, and I guess we'll see you at the next video or tutorial. So see you later. Alright, I got dip. I'll see you later.
Later.